Hello and welcome back to Catch and Cook, California. Today, Diane and I are meeting up with Fishing Chef on the North Coast. We've got Mochi in the back. Say hi, Mochi. And plan is to do a little fishing, a little freedive spear fishing, a little bit of foraging. We're gonna do an overnight and then cook up a very special meal. So stick with us.
Start that.
Ways alive.
Today we're here again with Fishing Chef Chensi, and we're here at Subsurface Progression Dive Center. I've been coming here since I was a kid. It's a great spot if you're on the North Coast and you're looking for a place to rent some gear. So this is Chensi's very first dive.
Yeah.
We're gonna go rent some gear. We're gonna throw them in the ocean. How's it going?
Right on.
How much do you weigh?
153.
Okay. In shoe size?
9.
Okay.
So just full kind of free diving setup.
Yeah. I tell you, man, it's like one of the coolest dive shops around. You guys really took the time to make it feel like the way a dive shop is supposed to feel. Looking good, buddy. How's it going, dude? Struggling?
You got a fish?
So, took Chensi out for his first dive. It was kind of rocking and rolling a little bit in there, pretty murky. He handled it. He was out there. At first he's on the board, he wasn't so sure, and then he got rid of the board and he was hanging out and he's like finding some cool stuff, and then finally he got tired and kicked in a little bit early. Still, they had to wait for the sets to be just right, and then he came in safely. So I sent him in with the board, and then I looked around. I found one lingcod that was probably about 20 inches, maybe 21, definitely not legal. So let that one go. And then I saw one green ling, and then the only other fish that I saw was a couple schools of these big striped perch. And I don't usually take these guys, even though they are beautiful. Look at the blues and oranges on there. But I don't usually take them. They're real easy to get. But today, that's all that I was seeing. That's some big red urchins, so that's what we're bringing in, and I guess we're gonna have to change plans. We were gonna do one dish, but now I think we might have to do a totally different dish. So, here we go. Right Yep, these are totally edible. We're gonna keep these and we're gonna eat them. That's right. I'm gonna fry up and eat some babies today. Hopefully, did you guys think that's a good idea, or am I just weird? That might be a little weird. We're keeping these guys.
Those are babies?
That's all live young, yeah.
What does that mean, live young?
So perch don't lay eggs. Instead, they lay live young. So these guys, they're not alive right now, but these would have been alive in probably a week. It would have given birth to these. It's a large female. But
So you're eating the fetus.
exactly. And don't feel bad. I mean, striped perch are probably one of the single most common fish on the North Coast. So it's not like this is really decimating the population. And since we already speared it, not knowing it was female, we may as well eat these too, right? So let's give them a shot. Check out the blues and oranges. That looks like something you'd find in Hawaii or something. You can see the fins are still twitching. Very fresh. I already put a knife through its brain, so it's dead, but very, very fresh. That way you know I didn't buy it at the store just to make this video. Same way that I fillet greenling. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip up the pectoral fin here, go right behind the gill plate. You'll feel it's real hard here and then it gets nice and soft. Going at an angle, I'm going to go right down to the spine and I'm going to finish that cut right here, flip it around. Now I'm going to scoop down and I'm going to basically make that movement along the spine. Stop just short of freeing up the actual skin. And what you can see here is you got the main gut cavity, but it also has this point down here, and that's going to come into play as we're filleting it to make sure that it's boneless. So I'm going to go here, cut right down to the skin, and move this a little bit. And I'm just going parallel to the skin.
Whoa.
And trying not to do that. Grab a hold of the skin here. What is this, amateur hour? All right, so pretty much there's a little bit of meat left, but that's pretty darn good, I think. Nice little fillet. So now what I'm gonna do, as I said, there's that point of the gut cavity that'll come into play here in a second, but basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the upper side of the fish from the gut cavity, and I'm gonna cut right down the lateral line. All of these rib bones are going to get missed, and then there's pin bones that extend back in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut just below the lateral line there, cut that out, and I'm going to make a V cut here, down to the edge, back in here, and then I can finish this cut right here, and that now is 100% boneless. Looks a little funny, but you know what? Whatever. I don't like bones in my fillet. So then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to go just below the lateral line here, and I can just make a little scoop here. It's not going to have a ton of meat, but I'm going right along the rib bones there. That right there is also boneless. And with perch, it's actually the same with rockfish, but with perch especially, I like to do what's called candling the fillet. So I'm going to hold it up to the light. You can see my finger through the fillet itself. And we're looking for any kind of red spot that might indicate that there's a coil worm, also known as a nematode, in that meat. I don't see any, which is actually really good. So this could be a parasite right here. This is definitely what I look for, is these red spots. And they're often found right along the belly meat. So we're gonna see if this actually, yep, there's your coil worm. That's a nematode. Ew. So you do not want to eat these, and this is why you don't eat raw perch, raw rockfish, raw lingcod. You can do it, but only if you deep freeze it. You want to deep freeze it for like, I think it's a week at like negative 13 degrees. If you just throw it in your regular freezer, it's not cold enough to kill these guys. But if you cook them, then they die. Nematode, not cool.
Hey, what's weird about it?
Nothing's weird except that I'm the one who normally starts the fire. That's fantastic, babe. Good job.
I cheated and used my tissue.
Hey, whatever. That's resourceful. You got some dried ferns on there. Some driftwood. Good job, baby. Are we crazy? We're not gonna waste these fish, right? We got a bunch of live young now dispatched from the perch, striped perch, and we're gonna cook them up in a little bit of oil. We wish we had some flour to kind of batter these or at least dust them, and we don't, so we're just gonna do with what we got. Is this disgusting? I think it's kind of awesome. Waste not, want not.
That's like deep fried other fish, like sardines or something.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think those are done. All right. Hey, Chensi, you want to try one of these fish fetuses?
What? Not bad.
I actually kind of like that.
It's very tender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper worked great. Nice little crunch on the fins. Diane, you want to try this?
Umami.
Is it okay?
I ate something sandy.
Oh no.
I don't know what it was,
Oh,
but it
no.
was good.
The fish was okay. I thought you got some crazy aftertaste that I didn't get. Okay, so the fish is a hit. Try to keep the sand out of it. Yeah, the fins are really nice. Nice little crisp. Like a potato chip. That's really good.
It's actually very good.
Dude. Okay. I know I'm weird for eating that, but waste not, want not. And that's actually really tasty. I might actually like that better than adult striped perch, but we'll find out in a second because I'm about to cook that. Simple. Super tasty. All right, baby. Dig in.
Dig in.
You've been filming too much. Good morning, Mochi. You good smiley doggy. Yeah. Getting up, making breakfast. So by adding 2 leaves of stinging nettle to our bacon, egg, and English muffin that's been fried in butter, this will make this entire breakfast very nutritious. Extra healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Yeah, this looks good.
Korean barbecue sauce, I don't like it too sweet.
Me
So
too.
I add some soy sauce.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna walk down there and see if the swell is looking good, if the structure looks good and everything, then maybe I'll jump in for a dive. I think Chensi and Diane are gonna do a little hook and line action, and then we'll see how it goes. but it looks nice and calm down in here. And I want to show you what it is that I'm looking for that's telling me that the visibility is okay and that the structure looks okay as well. Right here, you can see it's actually pretty shallow, but underneath the foam, you can see that light color. Those are little boulders. You can see it a little bit better over here. It's only probably 2 or 3 feet deep there, but you can actually see the bottom, which is good. It looks like it's probably not more than about 6 feet of visibility, maybe 8. But I like this rocky reef structure here. There's a whole lot of pinnacles going on out here. Really pretty little cove down here. I think that might be a nice place to cook as well. Alright guys, just hiked down this cliff, did it barefoot twice, and I just couldn't film it. I was bringing gear down for cooking, and then bringing all my dive gear down. I'm here now. It's a beautiful spot, getting in the water. Crab. I couldn't film it because I didn't want my gun to float away and lose the scallop. So I've got a rock crab on here too. Okay, let's keep looking for fish. Yeah, baby. Chensi just caught a greenling. All right, we're headed in. Let's go cook. Well, that was a good day in the water. Got a nice male kelp greenling, well over legal. Very nice, probably 14 inches, and a beautiful rock scallop. Look at that, it's got a sea sponge growing on the back. Super cool. We're gonna go get a fire going and make some food. Greens, here we go. So I've used the rock here, just chipped a little corner off of the shell because I wasn't able to get in over here where I normally can because of the way the shell grew in that crack. So now that I've got an access point, I'm just going to bring the blade in along the top of the shell here and cut right through the adductor. That's going to open it up. Well, believe it or not, folks, it's not as easy to fillet on rocks that are all different textures and thicknesses and whatnot, as you might imagine. But you can get it done. Fire!
Let it go, let it go.
All right. I haven't done this in months, so that was good. Keep the old ways alive, folks.
That's a Amazon.
Yeah!
That's what I wanted.
So Chensi has asked for the honor
Yeah.
of slicing the rounds of scallop.
Yeah.
Beautiful, babe.
Yeah.
Nice work, Diane.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I can't wait. I'm hungry. Yo, this is what's
He's trolling.
God damn. Alright, sorry.
This is like the fanciest, most awesome dish I've ever seen. I get to say that because we didn't make it.
Yeah, we didn't make it.
This is amazing. I'm so excited.
Yes.
So we got raw scallop. We're not cooking that. We got greenling cooked. We got some steak in there. We got crab, the rock crab. We got some wild forage greens. A whole bunch of other goodies. Special sauce, rice,
Bibimbap.
bibimbap. That might be the first time I've said that correctly all day.
Bibimbap.
Yeah.
I think this is the fanciest dish ever outdoor. Or like now I'm trying right now. So I'm so stoked. Let's go, I'm starving.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
it.
let's do it.
All right, I'm taking some scallop sashimi right here. And
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna try the piece.
Okay, fine.
And I've had it without anything on it. It's sweet, it's delicious. It's my absolute favorite North Coast wild food, I think. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this sauce that Diane made on it because the sauce is amazing
I
too.
I want
actually
it
never
by
tried a scallop sashimi before, so I want to try it without sauce.
Definitely.
Mmm.
It's sweet.
Oh, it's sweet.
I
That's
got
its
one on
natural flavor.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
It just melts in your mouth. Some eggs, some fish. Carrots. Yeah, it's like the perfect sear on the rice there.
On point.
Dude, yes.
Oh my god.
Hopefully you guys can see that. The
I got
purple
my,
hinge of the scallop. It is so good.
Damn. Damn.
Good cooking, baby. Well, we've been dreaming about it for like the last 3 hours as we've been building the fire, and Diane's been processing all the veggies, and we've been cleaning the fish and cleaning the crab and cleaning the scallop.
Finally.
So happy. Well worth it. I do like the sauce. It's sweet but
Yeah.
spicy.
Yep.
Oh wait, we didn't try the greens.
I did.
Oh, I
I do.
It's a little bitter. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The crunchy of the rice.
The fish is good.
I want more scallop. It's so good.
Wow, this is like one of the best meals.
This is the best catch and cook we've done, I think.
Yeah.
Thanks, Diane.
Cheers.
Got extra fancy today.
They're super fancy with it. I think we made the right decision to marinate the beef. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. The crab's really good too.
Life is good.
That was good.
Oh yeah. For the record, that was not Popeyes. That was the leftover from the beef from the bibimbap. So anyway, she liked it too. Just finished that entire pot. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you, Diane.
Yes, you're welcome.
Such a success. Super cool hanging with Chensi, fishing chef. Once again, check out his channel. I'll put a link here. Thank you for watching. Until next time,
Keep the old ways alive.
Oh, well, no wonder the seawater's getting in. Look at the size of the cut in my boot.
Dude, time for a new boot.
So it's been about an hour, and all right, man. So you're supposed to put this on when we get to the ocean. So we're poop. Let's walk around the poop. Keep walking. Don't step in the poop. Don't. Thank you. Okay.
I just keep dropping.
No wonder the seagulls won't leave him alone. They're like, wait, that's fishing chef. Let's just wait a little while. Half his meal's gonna be on the rock. There's two kinds of divers in this world. There's the ones who pee in their wetsuits, and there's the ones who lie about it. I would never pee in my wetsuit. That's disgusting.